Are you looking for another watch to add to your collection that could play jewelry and timepiece? I have exactly what you need. Stick around. Let's see what we have. Welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. This is Angel, and this week we are taking a look at 3 of my top picks for Pave dial watches. So Pave is in recognition of the way that the diamonds are essentially paved on a surface. So you really get to appreciate the diamonds that are there. Usually Pave diamonds are prong set. Sometimes you'll have them where they're side by side, and that's kind of more what you would call an invisible setting. Sometimes you'll have channel settings and things of that nature, but typically they're going to be prong set and multiple diamonds close together. So today we are taking a look at a Rolex, a Patek Philippe, and a Cartier, 3 of the best houses for Pave dial watches. Also, Pave dial watches really can play the role of a jewelry piece and timepiece. So let's get right into it. So one of my favorites is the Cartier Pasha. Now, I love the Pasha in general. It's just a great, unique watch. When you see that style from a distance, you know exactly what it is. But with this one, it is slightly different because you have that fully paved dial. You'll still have the crown guard here. Of course, this model was created for the Pasha of Marrakesh originally, who is a big client and a friend of Louis Cartier. And so when you look at the dial here, you'll see the alternating diamonds that are low set on the dial, as well as the signature double C. The size on this is perfect as well. It's right at 35 millimeters. So you have some substance, nice chunky case, but not oversized. I love the way that the strap attaches to the case as well, with those beautiful lugs there. And then also this watch actually has an automatic movement. When you take a look at the back, you'll also see that double C insignia on the back, on the rotor, and on the actual movement. A really great, beautiful timepiece. This is done in 18 karat white gold as well. So you do have that precious metal aspect and that very secure deployant clasp on the back, so you could wear this with confidence when you have it in your collection. But this is just a really unique piece from Cartier, and especially in the Pasha collection. I love the Pashas that have the non-blued steel hands because it really just adds that much more of a monochromatic look. And if you know me, you know I love a monochromatic look. I mean, take a look at me today. So that's one of my top favorites. Next up is the Rolex Day-Date. Now, this Day-Date is very unique. I know that I saw this as one of the options that were coming into our collection. And when I saw that it was one of the pieces we were getting, I was really, really excited. This has the Lilac Jade dial, so a true stone dial. It's the Carousel design, and I'm sure you could notice that by the way that the hour markers are set on the dial there. Each square essentially has the pave stones around it. And then you'll have that, of course, Rolex diamond bezel. I love this watch because not only is it a day-date, but it's on an oyster bracelet. And another really unique thing about this day-date that's done in the 18 karat yellow gold, it actually has a hidden clasp on the oyster bracelet. So you don't see that very often. Typically, you'll see the larger clasp on the oyster bracelets, but to have this Day-Date with that gorgeous, gorgeous bracelet, it's just a piece that you don't see often, very unique. And the Lilac Jade just adds a bit of warmth. And it's a color that really men or women could wear. It's a very pale, kind of purplish pink color and just unique. I love this watch. I think it's a gorgeous piece, coming in at 36 millimeters. So your standard size for essentially what people would normally say is a president, but doesn't have the president bracelet. So it's a true day-date. And last, but certainly not least, is this stunning Patek Philippe. Now, this is from the Calatrava series. This is going to have that beautiful ribbon style dial meant to mimic a ribbon dancer, spinning that ribbon around. You can see where it actually starts with the pave and continues around the bezel. Not only does it continue around the bezel, but as you turn this watch, you'll see that the pave stones continue almost to the underside of the watch. I mean, it's stunning. Just take a look at that and appreciate it. And then the lugs, of course, are going to be paved as well. And as in true Patek Philippe fashion, they keep the diamonds on the lugs going around towards the back. That way you don't see any metal, essentially, when you're looking at this watch face on. The dial is completely flooded with diamonds. You'll have the blued steel hands. And another really cool feature is the Arabic numerals that are done in that blued steel as well and set on top of the diamonds. I mean, it's just a unique piece. They only did this collection for maybe about 2 years. I think they had a run like that, but there aren't many of these around. It's 36.5 millimeters on this beautiful blue strap. And then again, in true Patek Philippe fashion, you have a fully paved buckle, also done in the 18 karat white gold. Nice and thin because they put that micro rotor on the inside. So you do get an automatic movement, but still a very thin case, very similar in thickness to some of the manual wind Calatravas. So stunning piece. If you could add this to your collection, I say go for it. Probably my favorite out of all three. Let us know down in the comments some of the brands that you like that do the pave dial. We thank you so much for tuning in this week, and we'll see you again on the next video.